So there's actually a special ingredient in Coke which helps you bench press. Okay, it's called natural flavourings. You're right, guys. Alan wants me to show you guys how to bench press, or at least how I bench press, and kind of a couple of tips that you can use to improve your bench. I think probably the best way to say this is that you should bench right from the start and never bench like a bodybuilder, because you're just one, not using all of your potential, and two, much more likely to get shoulder injuries later on. So like, as soon as you can, start benching like this. And if anyone says, oh, it's bad for your back, then they're lying. It's not bad for your back. If anything, the stretch is pretty good for your back. It is uncomfortable, but being a powerlifter, pretty much every movement you do is uncomfortable, so kind of accept that for the short period of time that you do bench in powerlifting. So, go right ahead. Piece of advice is, if you don't have a pair of these shoes, get a pair of these shoes. Not everyone uses weightlifting shoes to bench, but it does make it a lot easier, especially for lighter weight guys, to get your heels under your bum, which is pretty much what we're looking for here, is like get your heels as far under your bum as possible to get leg drive. So like, loads of people have done videos about this already, talking about leg drive, which is like pretty much the thing that everyone powerlifting struggles with getting it right, because this is when their bum comes off the bench when they're doing a big lift and stuff like that. And the key is to get, like I said, your ankles as far under your bum as possible, right? And then when you drive, you push through your toes, and it should just push you down the bench. So the only difference is because you're locking yourself in. When you drive, you'll be stuck on the bench. And this will keep your bum down, and it will give you maximum leg drive through your quads and your hips. In your setup, you're kind of looking to get as tight as possible, and the way you're doing this is as if you're pulling your lats down into your arse onto the bench. So when I set up, I always put my feet on the bench, find my width, and then I go up onto the top of my shoulders, and then try to get my arse and my lats as close to as possible. At this point, I'll put my feet down, drive my heels into the ground, and I've got my tight position to start benching it. At the top of your movement, you're looking to use your lats to lower, and then all your muscles to use power to bench. So on your way down, you're pulling your lat back into your bum, keeping this tight position, and then driving through the end of your toes to produce power through your arms, and it should basically feel like at the bottom that you're just doing this as tight as you can with your back, and pushing as hard as you can through your toes on the way up. And it'll feel very uncomfortable at the bottom everywhere but your chest. It should feel like there's no weight here at all, even heavy weights. When you're in this bottom position, because all the weight is in your lats and your legs, you should barely be able to feel it in your chest. It should be tightening your chest out, you shouldn't be shaking. And that's key, especially in competition. For when you're benching, sometimes people have longer commands and slower commands. So wait for that press command. If you're kind of benching not optimally and not putting the weight on your lats, then you'll feel that tightness in your chest and you'll find it harder to press up. But if you've got a tight position at the bottom, your chest is fine, and then you drive through your legs to boost that force up. Pretty much, you don't use your chest in bench press. And like the majority of the force is produced through your legs, and the stabilization is produced by tightening your lats.
Yeah.
As with squatting, the same as you don't want to bomb into, you don't want to drop the bar on your chest. It's not so much about lowering it slowly, it's just lowering it into the right place on your chest. That's a frustration. So it's just about tightening those lats, get into the position, pressing, tightening my lats, press.
Probably the last thing to mention would be that you are not pressing straight up through the air, so you're not pressing straight away. Not pressing straight away from your chest. You're actually pushing over your face, and this is because this is the shortest distance to lock out, and mechanically will mean you don't have to push the weight as far, basically, and therefore, when you're at this bottom position, you're looking to shift that weight over your eyes, as opposed to pushing away from you like this. So, in that final position, you're pushing through your legs, you're tightening with your lats into down. This is what should be happening if I wasn't tightened. I'm pushing through my toes, and then at the bottom position, I use that power to move the weight, but it'll be over the face like this. Definitely do pauses as soon as possible. Doing pause reps and holding the weight at the bottom will teach you to produce power from the bottom, and it'll keep you in that tight position. If you're always touch and going, you'll never be able to learn how to keep that tightness at the bottom and produce that maximal power from the bottom. And if you're doing it right, it shouldn't be difficult to hold it in this bottom position. So definitely you want to be doing pause reps. Anything over 5 reps, probably I'd say touch and go is fine, but if you're doing like 80, 90%, always pause reps.
Sweet. Thanks a lot for the tips.
Any more tips? So what you should do is drink lots of Coca-Cola. Alright, so there's actually a special ingredient in Coke which helps you bench press. Okay, it's called natural flavourings. Yeah, so if you bottle of Coke a day, bench press.
What's up, guys? Alan from Powerful, and today I'm with Chris Allen. What's up, guys? Amazing guy, current holder of the bench world record. No, not record. Yeah, bench world record, finally! He made it! Sorry, guys. Current UK record holder of the bench for his weight category, which is sub 59 kg.